Now for a quick check with Amanda Brohanty on what's trending on social media. Amanda.
Well, Bob, we have to talk about the declining test scores for 4th to 8th graders which are leaving many shocked with children's academic proficiency. Following the coronavirus, school shutdowns and online school, math scores showing their sharpest decline since testing began in 1990. And meanwhile, the average 8th grade reading score hitting levels seen in 1998. Virginia being especially hard hit, with Governor Glenn Youngkin saying this on Monday.
Today's NAEP results are the proverbial final nail in the coffin. And if this doesn't finally wake you up from your slumber, and it's not that you're asleep, but you're clearly trying to cover up your own bad decisions. See, in the world I came from, in the business world, if this was your report card, there would be immediate change in management.
Now, all states saw a decline and none saw an increase. However, the decline on learning had an even more pronounced effect on students in public schools versus Catholic schools. Now, this is according to the U.S. Department of Education. Catholic school students' testing scores didn't see as big or even equal drops to public schools. Now, some are pointing out how they were the first to transition to in-school learning. West Virginia State Treasurer using the scores to voice his support for school choice. NAEP test scores make it very clear that we need national school choice in this country. This is about maximizing outcomes for our children and their futures. We can wait no longer. And the commissioner for the National Center for Education Statistics adding it's more than remote learning.
But they suffered in many other ways than their academics, their mental health, as I mentioned earlier, their social, emotional well-being. We have to think about the whole child if we're going to move ourselves forward.
And Senator Kevin Cramer tweeting this out: if Democrats and teachers unions had their way, schools would still be closed. The data proves that North Dakotans already knew closing schools hurt children academically, socially, and mentally. We need to take serious steps to get our children's education back on track. Bob.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. And here to discuss more about this, Director of School Choice for the Reason Foundation, Corey DeAngelis. Corey, you heard the report, you've seen the story. What more do we need to be aware of?
I mean, look, if we had more competition, if we had school choice, the schools wouldn't have been closed as long. There's actually a study out by Michael Hartney and Leslie Finger, a couple of professors, finding that public schools in areas that had more Catholic schools nearby, the public schools were more likely to open at the same time. That's because families had exit options, and the public schools had to think a little bit about keeping their doors closed because they would lose their customers. This is why the Catholic schools were open basically the entire time, and we didn't see as big of declines. Or in 4th grade math, for example, the Catholic schools didn't see any declines, whereas the public schools saw about a 5-point decrease.
Yeah, I had a couple kids in high school when this all happened. And I think another reason that you would see more public schools open in an area where there are more Catholic schools is not just the option to go there, but that it's peer pressure. It's like, look, they're open, and their kids aren't dying left and right, so we need to get back open. So there were examples, like you could say, look, this is working. We need to be back in school. Now, during the pandemic, charter schools and Catholic schools both attracted attention for adapting better. They did it more quickly than traditional public schools. And let's take a look at some charts. Catholic schools increased in performance higher than private schools, much better during the pandemic. And there we go. I mean, well, even that's down a little bit. What we're looking 8th grade, like you were saying, down a little bit, but the performance definitely better than what you saw in public schools. Now, I don't know if that's typically the case anyway, whether Catholic schools usually outperform public schools. Maybe you know the answer to that. I don't.
They do, but they also we also saw that their declines over time were smaller than the traditional public schools, indicating that they responded to the pandemic better. They were in person longer. And another data point is that the Department of Defense schools were more likely to be open in person as well, and they didn't see declines in any of the 4 assessments. So we have plenty of, we also have 3 independent analyses that have since the scores came out already found that places that had the schools closed longer, their public school students saw bigger drops than in places that didn't close their schools as long.
Yeah,
Think
there's
about Iowa,
no question.
for example.
No question it didn't work. I saw virtual learning. I saw it. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. And so we've got about a minute left, Corey. What do we need to make sure about in the future?
Well, we got to make sure this never happens again, and we have to see who was responsible. It was the teachers' unions who overwhelmingly donate to Democrat politicians. 99% of their campaign contributions have gone to Democrats as opposed to Republicans in 2022, and they fought tooth and nail every step of the way to keep the schools closed so that they could get multiple multi-billion-dollar ransom payments from the government, and it worked for them. And one way out of this is school choice. Allow for more competition. Okay. So that the schools have an incentive to cater to the family's needs as opposed to the other way around. Yeah,
so Babylon Bee is a tongue-in-cheek website, and it had something about that Nancy Pelosi and Democrats in Congress were going to have an investigative committee to find out who closed down the schools and during the pandemic. You know, we know who closed them down. Corey DeAngelis, thank you so much for being with us.
Yes, thank you.